Hello, Leo. Welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Leo for the next 3 months. Now, do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you, where we'll be taking a look at the quarter 4 of 2025. So this reading will indeed span the period of time between October, November, and December. Hard to believe that we are in the final quarter of the year, in the home stretch here, but alas, we are here. Let's end out the year on a high note. We'll go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Right. Cool. And I think that's looking just about good enough to meet. Energy on the bottom. You have the sun. Amazing. Leo, this is the best card to find in a tarot reading. At some point here during the next 3 months, you will experience some level of total happiness in your life. You have this as well as the, in addition to the Ten of Cups, which we'll get into. You have the happiest, most positive cards to find in a tarot reading here. Okay, now you also may enter into some new level of confidence, Leo. You are already probably a pretty confident person, regardless of whether you are a Leo sun, moon, or rising, but you may even be stepping into some new level of confidence. Another thing that may emerge for you in the next 3 months is that there could be a significant or important truth that is revealed, okay? Now, if you have been in the dark around something, okay, previously in this year, the sun's influence may suggest that that will come to the light, so to speak. You will receive a truth that needs to be brought forward for you on your journey at this time. And yeah, it's amazing to see the sun showing up here. Now, some of these readings have been a little heavier. It's been an interesting set of readings so far. I'm just about done with them, but I've got a few more to go. But you have maybe the most, or one of the most positive readings I have done for this next 3 months. So this looks very good, just like taking an overview. First, I see a lot of yellow, okay? A lot of yellow, a lot of orange. I connect to those colors, orange to the sacral chakra, yellow to the solar plexus. So the solar plexus chakra is right in your abdomen, and that is your power center. That is the center, it is the energy wheel that is connected to confidence in life. And also physical vitality. Some of you may be deciding that you want to exercise more, or you want to bring in some new health regimen. You may decide to do yoga. Actually, yoga is really good for the sacral chakra. Other physical exercise as well is really good for the solar plexus, this idea of strengthening. This is coming in for you here over the next 3 months for some of you to look at. Now, yeah, let's just go ahead and dive in. You have the Three of Wands here, Leo. The Three of Wands, it does indicate growth and expansion in one's life. This is an adventurous card, okay? If you look at this person, they've got the backpack on their back, they've got the walking stick, they're looking out, they're seeing the plane above, the boats in the water, and they're realizing that there is so much for me to explore. And so this can represent exploration, adventure, growth, expansion. For me, this is a card of travel as well when you get the Three of Wands card. And even I like this modern take on it. You see the airplane here as well. I'm not really seeing other indications of travel, but I'm just throwing it out there. But there is something that you want to grow and expand into, okay? This could be that you want to grow and expand some relationship that you're in into something further, as you do have Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. That could be the case. It may indicate that some of you want to grow and expand your business or your financial situation as well. Here with some of the other cards that I see, Wands typically connect to career and finance, or job and career, while Pentacles may connect to financial areas of life as well. But there is some, you actually have 2 indicators of marriage here. That's not going to happen right away, okay? We'll get into that as we go along. If you are if you're thinking about, if there's a question of marriage here, that may take a little bit, okay? We'll talk about that more, but there is something that you significantly want to grow and expand during this period of time. In the first column, you have the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So the Ten of Cups, it is, for me, like total happiness in the tarot. It's the highest vibration of the suit of cups. Cups represent love, represent emotions, represent happiness, also intuition in the tarot. And so it's a completion maybe around one of those areas for you here. And you can see the young family here, here in the card, which from my end does connect to family in the tarot. Usually family that your own family, right? A family that you make yourself, not necessarily the family you were born into. And they do own this home in the background, okay? And there's always a home usually in the Ten of Cups interpretation. So for me, I always do connect it to real estate or to like the combination of how like acquiring assets or acquiring money can bring about some level of happiness or satisfaction in one's life, right? And so for you, this could certainly be the case. You do have a combination for some transaction here that may be going on with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, indicating maybe some profit some of you are taking, but that might not be for everyone. But I see that for you, there's also a question here with the Seven of Wands around sticking up for something or standing up for something. Some of you may face a little bit of resistance in the next 3 months, okay, with this Seven of Wands. There's even a Leo sign on this card here, as you can see here on the Seven of Wands. So this is really, let's see here, where you are showing up in the reading, okay, based on this deck of cards, okay? So you here with the Seven of Wands, Leo, may need to reaffirm boundaries with someone, okay? You may need to stand your ground with someone and say that this is what I'm doing, this is how I feel, and this is what it is. And I see that over the next 3 months, you will have the confidence to be able to do this. Remember, the overarching theme here is that you are bringing in some happiness into your life. In addition, I think that by making a firm stance on something, by taking a firm stance on something, you are even able to see the truth that needs to be revealed, okay? You may see someone's true colors, so to speak, right? As you see the rainbow here in the Ten of Cups, you may see someone's true colors, and this may be an enlightening thing. This may be an important thing for you to see. Now, I would predict that taking a stand with someone may result in a situation where one of the two of you needs to cut losses on something, okay? It may indicate that there is something that you are sort of losing as a result of setting this boundary or taking this stance with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords. As you fight for something that you want in your life, it may mean that some things are removed from the equation or from the picture. And I think in this case, what this does is it exposes some truth that needs to be had because, you have a dharma, you have a path in life that you're able to walk on if you want to. You have free will, right? So you don't have to walk on that path. But in order for you to continue on that path, if you want to continue on that path, it may mean that something needs to come to the light, right? Something needs to be exposed here, and by taking a firm stance on something, you may see that, okay? In the middle, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Okay, something from your past is coming back in. Okay, it's coming back around here, Leo, okay? This may indicate that if you're not in a relationship, or maybe even if you are, one of your former lovers comes back in, an ex, with the Six of Cups. But actually, what I think that this is more so indicating with that Six of Cups is that there is an opportunity or a situation from your past that wants to reemerge for you over the next 3 months. Something that maybe you need to re-experience so that you can continue forward, or that you can sort of be on this path to happiness that is very clearly available to you here with the Ten of Cups and the Sun. This may be a past pattern, right? Something from a pattern of your past may be coming back in, right? Your habits, the patterns that you picked up in childhood or in early experiences may be reemerging here in the next 3 months for you to look at. And you may have an opportunity for you, there may be an opportunity for you to accelerate past that or beyond that if this isn't a pattern that you want to hold on to or keep, okay? Because remember, there's this energy of huge expansion here and growth that you are undergoing in the next 3 months at this time with the Three of Wands. So there may be a situation or a pattern from your past that you will grow out of, or you will grow beyond here in the next 3 months. With the Six of Cups and the Three of Wands. Knight of Pentacles says that you are getting some result, okay? And, you know, it is sort of like sometimes we get what we need to hear, not what we want to hear, okay? And this may be one of those things. This is generally very, very positive for you, okay? But you are getting a result, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles here, it would indicate that it's pretty good for you, okay? With the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands and the Sun and Three of Wands, I mean, this is all very, very good stuff. But there is some outcome that you are receiving here. So I think maybe a smaller portion of you, this may be connected to a house, but it's not going to be everyone, okay, with the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles showing up here in the reading. But let's go ahead, let's take a look at this final column. You have the Four of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Hierophant. So with the Four of Wands, here in this final column, you do have a question of marriage that is showing up. Okay, this may happen around November, end of November, December is what I'm feeling, somewhere in that range for you. Sometimes for these 3 months, I'll go, in this case, October, November, December for the columns, depending. And so this may arise here towards the latter part of this stretch of time that we're looking at here. But Four of Wands, Hierophant are the two major indicators of marriage and commitment in the tarot. And with the Page of Swords in between these cards, to me, it would suggest that this isn't going to happen right away, okay? Because for me, I look at the Page of Swords as a delay, right? It's something that takes a little bit of time. It doesn't mean it won't happen, okay? But seeing as there's somebody else involved here, you know, they may need some time to process this, or it may even be you, okay? You may need some time to process that as well, okay, here. Especially because you are setting a boundary here, you're taking a stance on something. Again, this doesn't mean that this won't happen, but it's possible. Now, for those of you who are not here and you're not connected to, like maybe you're already married or marriage is just not on the table. You here are wanting to experience some new level of, you're wanting to experience some new pattern in your life, okay? When I look at the Six of Cups and the Hierophant is about tradition, okay? It's the old guard. It is the elders in our lives. And the Four of Wands, it does indicate stability. It indicates ceremonies. It indicates sort of like some sort of, stability, I think, is what I'm getting at here. And I think that there's something you want to grow and expand out of, and it may take some time for you to do that, okay, here. But this is something that you want to experience, but maybe there are some truths that need to be unveiled, or there's something that needs to be sort of experienced here, and there's a bit of a delay. So why don't we go ahead and let's try to hone in on that a little bit more here. Let's get some additional details, move into the clarifications portion of this reading, and we'll start off by pulling some oracle cards. Looks like we got our cards here, and I guess I will also take this one. All right, energy on the bottom, you have Michael, spiritual acceleration. You're experiencing spiritual upgrades, move forward. That makes sense to me here. Anytime that you are in this extreme period of growth, of growing out of something, of expanding into something, you know, that is definitely a cycle or a period where we are definitely spiritually accelerating, you know? Um, let's take a look at the other cards here as well. You have Hanuel, Embraced by Love. Let love reach where it has never reached before. Metatron, Heaven to Earth. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on Earth. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is Dharma. And then you also have Charity, Pillar of Service. Serve with a gracious heart and know that God is serving you. You can replace that word God with anything, universe, whatever it is, whatever you put meaning to. Yeah, I think this is the question of Dharma here. You have one of my favorite cards here, Shamuel, Relationship Assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. I really, truly believe that. And then you also have another one of, these are probably my two favorite cards, Jeremiel, Personal Responsibility. Take responsibility for your choices. This is an opportunity for inner growth. Huge fan of personal responsibility. And finally, you have Uriel, Learning Experience. Take time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before further proceeding further. Okay, so I do think that there is maybe a question of relationship for people who are watching here. Not everyone, but I think that this is like on the table. And I think like one of the most powerful things you can do is just accept responsibility, like accept that you've allowed this person into your life, accept that this is where you are now. It doesn't mean that you have to be there forever, and I think some of you are even realizing this, but this idea of relationship assignments is big. And even if we just have a casual conversation with someone in the grocery store, like I feel like no one crosses your path by chance. Like I truly believe that. So Leo, let's go ahead and let's clarify this reading even more. Do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Do hope things are going well for you. So you have Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorites. You have Queen of Wands and the Moon. Yep, I was expecting to see this moon. So moon is 18, sun is 19, okay? And the moon is the thing that you are in the dark about, where you are in the dark around, okay? The thing that you can't see, it's hidden. The sun brings it forward, right? So you have this here. And I think that there's something that needs to be let go of. There's something that is going to end up falling out for you. This isn't a disaster. This isn't the Ten of Swords, okay? This is the way that I like to look at the Five of Swords, which you have under the moon, is that, you may be down, but you're not out. And there's something that I think you're learning here, okay? This is certainly not a disastrous situation in any way, shape, or form based on these cards. You have a really, really solid next 3 months if this is your reading. The Queen of Wands is, it's another Leo energy. It is an energy of confidence, okay? You've got confidence here all over the board, and we've got even more yellow color here as well, yellow cards. Again, about that power center that is very strong for you. And, it's all about being bold and courageous and assertive and confident, as you have that here with the Seven of Wands, your card, okay? So this is a very strong confirmation for you to, if there's something that you want, to hold on to that and to not back down from that or allow yourself to be pushed off of that in any way. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about independence, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is usually somebody who's financially independent. This is somebody who's grown something for themselves, something that can sustain themselves, and it even can say that you may enjoy some luxuries in life, but you have a really, really solid power to you over these next 3 months that I see here very clearly on the board. We once again have the Six of Cups coming in. You have the Ten of Pentacles now. Wow. And you do have the Sun again. So the Sun coming in twice in a reading is always a huge indicator of something good that usually will happen, okay, in one's life. Now this is connected to a previous situation, okay, with the Six of Cups now twice, and the Sun clarifying the first Six of Cups. This is connected to a previous situation that wants to come forward for you and emerge. And while the Ten of Cups, it may be the family you build on your own, the Ten of Pentacles may be the family that you were born into. Okay, same with the Six of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles is generational money. It's money that's passed down through generations. Okay, and so you may be like you may be in a position where that's where you are and you want to pass something down, or you may be on the receiving end as well. It depends. That is one of the big things with the Ten of Pentacles. It's also bigger aspects to money as well. So this would be larger transactions such as real estate. For many people, a house is the biggest or the most expensive thing they'll ever buy, right? Or big business as well. Maybe your company is successful, whatever the case may be. That can all show up here with the Ten of Pentacles. Of course, inheritances, as I've already suggested. It is a major card of abundance. And with the Three of Wands, you have this something that you're expanding and growing into that seems to be very, very good for you. Very positive. Could be wildly abundant for you. And now to break this one down further with the Six of Cups, I have a feeling that you're kind of you've reached escape velocity in a certain way. Like there is something that you've been in for a long time with the Six of Cups. It could very well be what I said first, which is a past pattern or situation is emerging, and you'll feel very happy as you deal with this. But it could also mean that with that Six of Cups, you have spent a lot of time on something. Okay, you've been in something for a while, and as the Six of Cups refers to the past, and now you're getting your results. Okay, and this could just be a double confirmation of this here for sure, as that is with the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, we do have the Four of Wands clarifying the Four of Wands. We do have the King of Wands here with the Page of Swords. And we have the Temperance card. There is a counterpart here, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, okay? Somebody is not ready yet. It's you or the other person, okay? Somebody's ready to go all in, okay? And somebody is not. And it doesn't mean that they're not, like, this is the end. It's just that there is some time that needs to be had, okay? With that Page of Swords, there's a delay. And you or the other person will decide if you are interested in waiting for that, okay? So the good news is you are in such a strong position. This is absolutely the best reading I've done for these 3 months readings, okay? For this final Q4 reading of the year. This is such a positive message for you. On a different level, the King of Wands is, this is an entrepreneur. This is somebody who's a leader in business in the tarot. And I like what's going on in those areas for you. There's something you're really growing and expanding on here. We've already talked about the Four of Wands. It's coming in to confirm that. And then the Temperance card is about patience. Okay, it's about patience. Somebody's being asked to be patient, either you or the other person. And you or the other person will decide if that's, how long they want to be patient. It depends on what scenario you're in here. But wow, what an amazing energy. Yeah, and the Eight of Wands is a breakthrough. The clouds clearing. Some of you may be doing a bit of travel with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands for sure. This is a breakaway energy. The Eight of Wands, it says that you could even be receiving communication from a distance. This is strong. This is very strong. Wow. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper messages here for you. Let's see what is in the Kipper cards. Okay. Okay, you do have poverty. You have family room, courthouse, main female, distant horizons, main male. I was expecting to see that. Here's the counterpart. Okay, here is the counterpart. You had it with the Queen and the King of Wands, and you now have it here. Okay, there's an important timeline between this counterpart here that is going on within the next 1 to 3 months, as you have this distant horizons card, which is indicated in that card. Usually it means that there are good things ahead. There is a family situation that's going on here. Let's clarify that poverty card. Let's clarify this once more. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, so the community is potentially, some of you may have commitments, okay, that have been around for a long time. Okay, with the Six of Cups, the community, and the poverty card, this would be commitments to family. Or commitments to your community, okay, that you've had for a long time, that you're sort of like, there's some understanding that you're undergoing here. okay? And with the courthouse, there may be some like formal process involved in all of this, whether this is an inheritance or a will or a trust or some sort of like legacy money that wants to come forward here, especially as you have the mature man that is kind of like in the picture here for you. On the bottom, you do have sudden wealth. I mean, what an amazing way to cap off this reading. The sudden wealth card, try to like look at it as luck. Okay, for me, I kind of view it as an extension of the Wheel of Fortune when you get the sudden wealth card. Some of you could be getting quite lucky during this time. Be responsible. Remember, you have the personal responsibility card. I'm certainly not telling you to go crazy out there with like gambling or anything like that. But the universe here is saying that you're in a pretty strong position. You have a lot of luck here, and there's a ton of happiness with the double suns. Wow, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. Go out, make the most of this final quarter of 2025. Appreciate you being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.